Okay guys, good day. So for this video, we'll now proceed with our next lesson, which is creating AutoCAD drawings, in which we'll be making pictorial drawings. So let us proceed. So before we start the actual demonstration, we'll be first have a glance of our next plate, which is plate number 6. So for this one, we'll be changing the title of the plate, and then of course let's not forget to change the plate number, which is plate number 6, and then the date finish. Okay, so let us first study this one. So for this one, we'll be first having the making of the orthographic views. So we have the top view, the front view, and then the side view. Okay, so for this one, let's first start studying the object. So for this one, we'll be seeing the total width of the object is 40, and then the total length is 50, and then the total width or the total height is also 40. Okay, so let us first start creating the orthographic view or drawing before we proceed to the isometric drawing. For the orthographic drawing, okay, so let us check again the size. So the size is 50 by 40 for our top view. So we'll be using the rectangle here. Then we'll type at 50, 40. Okay, and then let us adjust the placement. Okay, and then set up the object. Let us try to adjust this one a little bit. Then next is creating a space. So let us explode this one. So type X, and then let us offset here the distance between views. Okay, so the distance between views will be 20. So offset 20. Okay, and now let us go back to the model or template. So the height is 40 here. So type line or polyline. So this will be 40, then 50, then click this one. Okay. Next is creating the side view. So again, we'll offset this one by 20. Then of course, if this one is 40, most likely this will be 40 also. Type set 40, then type line. Next is creating additional detail. Let us create the line. So the distance of this one will not be seen in the top view, but it will be seen in the side view. So this one will be 20, and then this one is also 20. Type line. Situate that your OSNAP is activated. Okay. Next is creating this one. Okay. So what we're going to do is to offset this one by 20. Okay. Then select this one. Then let us trim the unnecessary line. After creating the 3 orthographic views, let us now shift to the another layer. So type LA, enter, and then we choose text layer, double click text, and close. So for this one, we'll be using another text type. So situate that your ST or text type 3721BD is activated. Okay, so since this one is activated, let's just close this one. So for this one, I will be using another justification. So for the top view, we'll be using justify center. So we all know that we usually use the middle center, but for this one, we'll just use the center justification. So how to do it? You type first dimension text or dt, and then you type J. We'll just click this one, type J, and then under text option, we have center. You type C, and then you click the midpoint of the view. Okay, and then the text height will be 3. Okay, so since it's already here, you just click enter, and then rotation angle is 0. Okay, so for this one, let us type all caps, top view, double enter, and then of course in our model, as you can see, there is a space between top view and the text. Okay, so what we are going to do is to move this one by 5 millimeters upward. So what we are going to do here is to type this one, type move, then you click this one, enter. You pick the point or midpoint. Since the text is in the topmost part of the view, so you first click the midpoint. So see to it in this technique that you are in ortho mode. Okay, so since the AutoCAD reads that you want to offset this one or move this one by 3 upward, so what you're going to do is have it this one, and then you type 5 for the distance. Okay, so that is using the dimension text and then using the center justification. Okay, for the name of the front view and the side view, we'll be using another justification or dimension. You first type dt, you type justify. So for this one, we'll be using the TC. Okay, or type TC. So TC means top center, and then what we're going to do is it says specify top center point of text. So you click the midpoint and then bring down your cursor. So enter the height, it's already 3, enter, and then it says 0, enter again. Then you type front view. Okay, so the same as the top view, we will move this one by 5, type M, click the text, enter, click the midpoint of the text, and then you type 5. Okay, so the same procedure with this one. So type dt, justify, and then top center, you click the midpoint, and then double enter since it's already typed your desired height and rotation angle. So for this one, we'll type side view. Double enter. We move this one, and then see to it that you have clicked at the midpoint of the text. Then you type 5 for the distance. Okay. So since we are done with the text, let us now proceed with the dimensions. Okay. So for this one, you'll need to change the dimension settings. So we all know that the shortcut key for dimension settings is D. So you type D. So currently we are the ISO 25 style or dimension style. So just select this one and then you click modify. So the very first thing that you are going to change here is the arrow size. Okay, so currently the arrow size is 2.5. You can probably change this one to 2.2 or 2. And then for our text, the text size will be, so let us try to use this one. Let us adjust it later. So it is currently 2.5, and then we'll go to the lines. Okay, so let us check if there's a need to be adjust. So okay, set current, close. Okay, so let us first create another dimension here. So this time, wala pa tayong dimension layer. We will add dimension layer. So for this one, it will be color red, and then the line weight will be 0.09. Okay, double click. Let us use the command DLI, enter, and then let us check our template for this one. So pick this one, and then we want a specific distance from the point of origin to the text itself or dimension itself. So for this one, situate that your your cursor is exactly here, and then you type specific distance, which is 10 millimeters. Okay, and then let us study this one. So this one, as you can see, it has the same style as this one. The only difference is the size. So we will be changing the text style for our dimension. What else? We will adjust the length until here, and then I think the arrowhead will do. Okay, so to change the settings of this one, we will first change the text style, or we'll be adding style of text or text style here. So we'll click the new, and then for this one, we'll be using this 721 LTBT. So you click OK. And then you'll find the specific. So this one, we have this code, it is 71 LTBT. And then, okay, set current, yes, and then close. Okay, so next is, we will change the settings for this one. We'll type D. So currently, we are in the ISO 25 settings for style. So there's no need for you to click this one. So click modify. Okay, so the text height is 2.5. So let us check it later if we'll have to adjust this one. For text style, we'll just click this one, this tab, and then we'll find 721 LTBT. Then for our line, we want to prolong this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is to extend beyond dimension line. So currently it is in 1.25 millimeters. So we will change it to 4. Okay, so let us check if there are changes. Let's click OK. Then don't forget to set current to save your settings, and then close. Okay, as you can see, bumaba ng konting ating extend beyond dimension line, and then magkaroon ng pagbabago sa ating text style. Okay, so if this one is, there's no need for you to adjust anything on this one, so probably we can go on with the other dimensions. So let us check our template. So for this one, then it has the detail height. Okay, so type DLI. So for this one, we'll type, so situate, nandito tayo, no? And then we type the specific distance, which is 10 millimeters. Next, DLI again. We click the point of origin here. So situate endpoint na lilitaw dyan. And then, click this one. The same procedure, type 10. Okay. Next is, if you want to continue this one, so, muna tayo gagamit ng DLI. For this one, you can use the DCO or the dimension continuous. So as you can see, it automatically continues the first dimension. So what we are going to do is just to pick the right pick point. Okay, and then escape, cancel the command. Another width here, dimension here, type DLI. This one, pick. Then we'll type 10. And then DCO to continue the dimension. So you just pick the specific point. Escape or space bar. Okay. Next is, so check for other dimensions. So for this one, we cannot add another dimension here because of the spacing problem. So I think these dimensions will do to represent the object. So for this one, we'll be having another text here. Okay, so what we're going to do is to, since we'll be using the same text here, we'll go to ST, then we can shift to another text style, which is 721BT, set current, close, then type DT. By the way, we have to shift another layer. So this is important ha. So wag tayong gagamit na layer at pare-pareho. So kung ano yung layer na kailangan, so see to it that you go to your layer tab and then change your layer. So type DT and then justify. For this one, we're using the top center. And then the top center will be the center of these two. So type MTP for me to get the center. Okay, so we have the center here. And then the height is 3. Just enter it. Rotation angle is 0. Enter. And then type orthographic drawing. So ginawa natin to para ma-center ang ating orthographic. Then after typing the orthographic drawing, we just click the move and then we just manually move it downward. Okay. So we are done with our orthographic views. What we're going to do now is to create its pictorial drawing. So specifically, ang gagawin natin dito is the isometric view of this one. In creating the isometric view of the drawing, the orthographic drawing, we have to make use of this one, the floral tracking or the F10. Okay. So in the polar tracking, we try to activate this one and then right click. If you right click this one, there are several angles. So for this one, we'll be using this one, the 15, 30, 45, 60. Okay, specifically we'll be needing the two angles here, the 30 degree angle and 150 degree angle. So click this one. So let us have a demonstration. As you can see here, okay, if your polar tracking is activated, so we have this one, the 0, and then as you can see we have 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, and so on. Ang tawag natin dyan task is what we call the polar tracking. Okay? Polar tracking creates an instant angle. Okay, so actually in polar tracking, you can also add your desired angle. If you want only two angles. We have the tracking settings here, and then you can add additional angle, new, and then you just type the two desired angle, which is 30 degree and 150. Okay, again, why 30 and 150? Because okay, let us check ha. So you click OK here. In our drawing here, this one is 30 degree, and then this one is 150. Okay, so that's why we'll be needing here the two angles, which is 30 and 150. Okay, so let us activate our polar tracking. You see to it that you are here in the 15 degree, 30, 45. Okay, so naka-check yan. You just click this one and then we'll start. So again, we'll shift to the specified layer, which is the line, and close. Let's check again the, so see to it that we almost align with the orthographic drawing here. Okay, for our isometric view. In creating the isometric drawing, we have the length here. Let's check. No, this is the length, this is the front, and then this is the side view, and then this will be the top view. Okay, so the very first thing is creating the isometric box. So type 9, And then we need a 30. Okay, so pag nakita natin to, we can just type the length. So if you will see our side view, the total length is, or the total width is 40. Okay. And then, for the height, the total height is also 40. Okay, for this one, the angle is 210. Makita naman natin, no? Kasi pwede dito. Dito yung pantay niya. The total width is 40 also. And then, you can just have close or you can just pick this one. Okay, let's now move to the front. Type L. So, situate is in 150 degree angle. So, makita naman natin yung polar angle niya. May kulay green na parang hidden line. So, type 50. And then, of course, you check the height. The height is 40. By the way, there's no need for you to activate your ortho here. So, as you can manipulate the polar angle. So, click this one. Enter. Next, type line. So this one, the angle is 150. So this is 50. That can be seen here. This one. Then you just click this one. Enter. Okay, so we have now the projection back. So we try to center this one here. And then we now add the details. For example, in the front view, in the top view, this line. You can just type N. So, situate. Ang nilitaw dito ay endpoint. Then, another endpoint. Endpoint to endpoint. Okay. Then, another type line. So, this one, there's no need for you to put measurement here. But, you can also put the specific, which is 20. Okay. Pwede naman kasi mamaya, i-bullet na lang natin. But, we just put 20 for us to avoid the fillet command. So type 20, then you just click this one. Okay. Next is, you can just copy this one or you can just do it just like this. Okay, so the height is, as you can see here, is 20. Type 20, then click this one. Okay, so just fillet this one. Pag sumobra. And then we now try to remove unnecessary lines. You type DR. So, di na kailangan to. Kung ayaw magbura nito, you can just click this one. And then, you type line. And then, connect the two endpoints. Okay, so ganoon lang ang paggawa ng orthographic, ng isometric view, rather. So, ang susunod na gagawin yan is we try to copy this one, CO. So, kailangan naka-ortho na tayo dito. You activate your ortho. So, isentro natin siya. And then, you double-click this one. And then, you type isometric drawing. Enter. Okay. So, ganun lang ang paggawa ng isometric view niya. So, let us check the template. Okay. So, yan. Next is, don't forget to edit the title. So, the title is pictorial drawing. All caps. Okay, so nag-access siya, no? Then, we'll just try to go to the properties of the text. And then, we change the width factor to suggested 2.6. Okay. And then, okay, so that will do, mate. Or pwede naman na adjust ng konti, 0.65. Pero this one will do na. And then, double check the spelling. This time, mali yung spelling natin. Next is changing the plate number 6. And then, the date that you finish this one. So, for this one, I have finished it January 15, 2023. Okay. Now, before closing this one or saving this one, you can probably want to see the print preview if your line weight is correct. So, Ctrl P. Again, you go to your printer which is the Microsoft brother or the brother DCPW. So as you can see here, I have already a save file, which is the brother DCP T510W.bc3. Ibig sabihin nakasave na ito file na automatically sakto na sa A4. Okay? And then I'll go to Windows para makita ko na yung sakto to. Yan. And then pag nagsiset kayo dito, see to it, bago kung sa apply to layout, center plan. And then apply to layout para masave lahat ng mga settings dyan. Okay. So pag ganito ang lumitaw, it means that your orientation is in portrait. Just click lang and then this one. Okay. Click landscape. Apply to layout again. And then, kung dito class, hindi masyado makikita, no? Sa ating colored or layered print preview. So gagawin natin para makita ng mabuti ang line weight niya is we go to monochrome. Monochrome means black and white. Yes. And then again, lagi tayo mag-apply to layout. Print preview. Okay. So that's our plate number 6. So tignan natin, check. Ito sa have a closer look. Yan. So the name, spelling, then the views, dimensions. Alright. So let us escape. And then just close this one. And then of course, Control S. So that's all for our plate number 6. For our next video, we'll be having our plate number 7.